I'm here with a solid one, Fernando Rivera, moments after his fight tonight at War of the Woods 5. Fernando, you got lumped up pretty bad. It was a great fight, but let's see what you got in the head there. What does that look like? That's,
Which one?
Got some nice knots up there.
Is it? That's the veins.
That's veins,
It's
all right.
muscles.
That's muscles. That is strength in that head right there. So tell us about the fight now, if you remember anything from it.
No, actually, yeah, I remember everything, man. I'm pretty upset that it resulted in a loss, but some reason, man, I should have taken him down. I didn't. Ego got in the way, and I was like, oh, ooh, yeah, it's gonna be a good stand-up fight. And I just kept throwing punches and kicks. If you notice, it was more like a kick fight. I think we threw more kicks than punches in that fight.
It was a Sabat battle almost.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I grew up on, is that kind of fighting. So when for some reason I saw the moment was there, and I was like, let me kick. I got good kicks, and you know, it didn't go where I wanted it to go. You know, I should have taken him down. That's all I've been training to do, is take people down. And I didn't do it.
That's not the worst thing you had. I mean, you had 17 stitches on your chin. You mind showing us that real quick?
Yeah, I got 17 stitches here from a knee, ninth knee I caught actually in Ohio. It's a championship fight, and I caught 7th, 8th knee. I finally split open. I didn't want to go to hospital, man.
Only 7 or 8, that's all.
Yeah, no, just 17. 4 inside and the rest outside.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun. I got my nose broken 3 times. I actually fought this fight with a broken hand. I fought at the Ring of Combat.
You fought also with a broken foot. You want to explain that story?
Yeah, actually, no.
I'm going home then.
No, I was training downstairs and kicked my teammate in the elbow. That was fun.
Sounds great.
And, yeah, that was awesome. But it didn't feel good, and it looked really funny. So, but other than that, I mean, you know, I feel good at this weight class. I was thinking about going down.
You fought in 4 weight classes before. This is now the 4th class.
I fought at 240, 205, 185, and 170.
Do you plan on sticking with this weight? Do you feel comfortable here?
I like this weight because when I train and I wrestle with guys that are 185, 190, and up to 200, I feel strong. I pick them up easily. I handle them easily. I train with a guy that's 230. I mean, I wish I had more training partners, but that's it. But I thought of doing 170 because I know I'll look more cut. But I'm big bone. I know at 170 I look like I'm on drugs or something. So I tried it once. I didn't like it.
All right, let's talk a little about your record now. Your record in professional fighting is 3-8-0. It looks like a lot of losses, but fights are pretty exciting. You want to explain to the audience now?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at my record, people say, "Damn, you know, 3-0, you must not be that good." But 2 or 3 of the fights I took on 4 days notice. One was actually against Rob Kimmins, who's in the UFC now, and his was it was in Missouri for a Titan Fighting Championship. And they called me on a Wednesday. Hey, you want to fight Rob Kimmins? And I was like, sure. How much? $3,000 will fly you and your wife down. I'm like, okay, sure. So anyway, Rob Kimmins, that's right. Took the fight 3 days notice. Went down there, and then I find out who he was. I'm like, Rob Kimmins. I looked him up. I was like, shit. Excuse me, the swearing.
We'll bleep that out, maybe.
Good. The guy's 23-2. And 17-2 amateur. So, you know, I found that out when I got down there, getting ready to fight the guy. I'm like, the hell with it. I'm just gonna fight. You know, I don't care. I'll fight anybody. That's people know me. I'll fight. I don't care. And I went in there. I did okay. I threw a couple of kicks. I aimed crap. I did all right. I got on the ground, and he broke my rib. He hit me with an upper elbow, broke my rib, and I was done.
So what's more important to you then? Is it have an exciting fight or to win?
Both. I like it to be both. Actually, I should have had one today. I didn't, but you know what though? I'm not losing my next fight, man. You know what I mean? Brian Olsen is a ex-WEC heavyweight champ. I fought him here a couple months back for a championship at 200 pounds, 195. I don't know. It's just the people that I fight. You look at the people I fight. They're not Joe Schmoes. You know, they're just guys that I just say, yeah, I'll fight them. I don't care. You know what I mean? It's gonna happen sooner or later. You know, or sooner than later.
So right now you're 37. You said you started fighting about 2 years ago. What brought you into the sport to turn you into a fighter?
Well, actually, I started taking martial arts 2 years ago. Actually, 2 years ago. I've been to the martial arts all my life, but I started taking Kempo karate, American Kempo karate specifically. And I've always been into the UFC, and I was like, I want to do that. I want to do that. I've been to an event too. I want to do that. That's me. And you know what? I started signing up for amateur events. Pro event was the first one to call me. I said, hey, you want to fight in 2 weeks? I was like, yeah, sure. Smoking cigarettes. Went, fought, and won my first fight. Actually, I think I won that fight because the other guy gassed out before I did, because we were both fat. You know what I'm saying? But I won my first fight, and I liked it. I liked it. You know, my second fight, same thing. 2 weeks before the fight, I was still smoking cigarettes. I was 240, 230 something. It was against my now partner and teammate. I lost my second fight. That's when I woke up and said, I gotta stop smoking. I gotta start really training with something now. I gotta quit. I gotta lose weight. These guys are big, and I started cutting weight. 3 months later, I fought at 182. So
Brings us to today.
yeah.
So what else do you do now besides fighting? You have a clothing company just
Yes,
came out?
I have a clothing company. It's called Hoodlum Fight Gear. It's a long story, but we don't have time for that. And this clothing line I started a year ago, but in the last 4 months it's made a lot of progression. Is that the right word? A lot.
That works.
A lot. I'm involved with 4 pro leagues now. One's amateur and pro, actually going on today as we speak at another town in Mansfield, Mass. I'm involved with Urban Rumble Championship in Pasadena, Texas, and which is MMA Syndicate, and with Cage Fighting Extreme, who I'm fighting for in January in Worcester, Mass. So I'm getting there. I'm one of the only company probably to offer these leagues gloves with their logos on them. You know what I'm saying? And promoters like that.
What's the website for that company?
It's hoodlumfightgear.com. I made it easy. You play the laws. Actually, you look up Hoodlum Fight Gear, it'll go right to me. So easy to find. You can actually find it almost anywhere.
One last question for you. Your nickname is the Solid One. Let's hear the story behind that.
The Solid One basically goes back to my past and to my future. It's all that same thing, just like with the logos about smile now, cry later, 2 faces, ups and downs, happy and sad times in life. You know what I'm saying? That tells it all there. I actually have the tattoo on my stomach. You know what I'm saying? It's my old gang. I used to be involved with a street gang, violent street gang. Went to prison, did a long time. My last sentence, I almost did 10 years because of being involved in gangs. And I came out 4 years ago, decided to change my life. This is the decision I made, and I think this was probably the best decision I've made.
You're doing well so far.
I'm fighting. I have my own clothing line. I'm getting involved. People know who I am now for positive reasons. And I'm even involved with the Worcester Police Department. I talk to kids about staying away from gangs, so I've been there, so I know what it's about. You know what I mean? And Hoodlum goes back a long time. If you look at the back of the shirt later, it goes back a long time. Hoodlum comes from the old 30s and 20s, the old gangs. It actually came from 2 words, huddle 'em, and the gangs get together to huddle 'em, get together to fight. You know what I'm saying? And then put it together over the years, Hoodlum. So that's where I got the idea from. So it goes back.
All right. Thanks a lot for coming to meet us, Fernando Rivera. Check out his website at hoodlumfightgear.com. Thank you.
Or thesolidone.com.
Or thesolidone.com.
I'll have a little more about me. All right.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, bro.